guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber for the GANYMEDE Cosplay, and today we are back again, guys, with Cowboy Bebop, episode 10.
Last episode, we met Radical Ed, the new member of the Bebop, the new member, self-imposed member,
and she's pretty cool.
Yes, she's a hacker. She grew up on Earth, where basically since there was the blast that we saw a few episodes ago, people have to live under the Earth. And it looks like she grew up alone, surrounded by machines and stuff. And to pass the time, she hacks satellites, and she's been insane about the Bebop. Like, she's been looking the voyages of the crew.
She saw all the previous episodes and she said, I need to be on this crew.
She downloaded the previous episodes. She's a fan, and she wanted to help us out when we dealt with the satellite last episode, and after that she took the opportunity to get on the vessel. So now we have a new member, a kid, and yes, everyone is so happy about this. Yeah,
of course they are.
Of course they are.
Of course they are.
But she's gonna bring some personality into the group, and we desperately need to get out of the funk. So that's gonna be cool. I'm excited to see how she's gonna help us. Let's put it like that. So yeah, it's been a while, so I say we just jump in this episode and see where we go next.
Let's go!
Let's go! Don't forget to subscribe if you want to know when these episodes come out. Check out our Patreon for the full reactions, and yeah, let's go.
Let's go!
A successful hunt this time!
You did not kick the dog?
Well, you kicked something at Ein, right? Piece of shit. It's the weirdo of the ship. She does not know how to interact with people. Okay. Even Ein is like, that's my job normally. Backstory for Jet.
Nice.
Oi, Jet. 着陸までどのくらいだって聞いてんだよ。
ガニメデってあんたのふるさとなんでしょ?
That's why.
万が一昔泣かせた女のことでも思い出してたんじゃないの?
Maybe it's too close to the truth, honey.
Don't go there yet.
それとも泣かされた女だったりして。
うるせって言ってんのが聞こえねえのか。はい。おお、ジェットジェット。
He used to be a police officer, right?
おつは随分とさっぱりしまったよ。確かにジェットだ。久しぶりだな、ドネリー。
I think in the early episodes we thought Spike used to be a police officer and Jet used to be a criminal, when in fact it was the opposite.
証券首を引き渡したいんだ。手配番号 EX41285 ベーカーパンチョレロ。お前さんが賞金稼ぎね。あの食らいついたら離さない狂言ブラックドッグと言われたお前さんがか。そっちこそもうとっくにリタイアしたと思ってたぜ。
That's a perfect personality trait for a bounty hunter.
True.
そうだ、彼女はなんて言ったっけ。そう、アリさん。
The girl from the memory?
Maybe.
We're getting the backstory. I'm happy about this. I love Spike, like he's my favorite character, but to learn more about the other members of the crew makes us closer to them, so.
Give me vibes of an old serenade.
Always music centered, just like Samurai Champloo. Every episode is a type or genre or something, a dance or type of music. La fin.
What? La fin?
The end.
ここラファンだよな。あんた昔の馴染みさ。久しぶりにこっちに来たんでね。アリサはいない。
Why the animosity?
人は私の客よ。
Thanks for calming him down. He looked like he was about to shoot us.
いいのか
Well, she might have problems. Maybe people are going.
Well, she
Are
knows the
looking
guy.
out for her.
Maybe. Ah, yeah, it's true. Like money problems, they said.
船が減ってこの辺りも寂しくなっちゃったし、新しい町へ移ろうと思ってるの。
さっきの男か
気になる。
なるね
実は
Jealousy?
子供が3人。
What?
冗談よ冗談。リンとはただの恋人。
Okay.
あなた
You don't joke about that with your ex, I think.
変な奴らと一緒に旅暮らしさしがない賞金稼ぎってやつだ覚えてるか
ジェットは
ちょいと野暮用でね
賞金首の情報がまだ表に流す前のものだ。リンとセロニアス。
Oh no.
So that's why he was trigger finger much. If we get involved, it's gonna be bad.
賞金額は
It's about this, but now it's also about this.
Yeah. It's always about this and this.
And like she's struggling and stuff. So if we take her boyfriend away, like I don't know.
Well, we can give her the money from the bounty, right?
And we
As
never keep the
compensation.
money, so. So Jet, how much do you still care about her?
あの頃俺が仕事から帰るといつもお前が待っていたでもあの日俺が帰ってきたらその時計だけが残っていたたった一言さよ
Did she
なら
get
と
tired
書
of
かれた手
waiting?
紙と一緒にな
We need to hear our story first.
半年経って俺は賭けをしたもしこの時計が止まった時まだお前が戻らなかったら
Wow.
この星を出ようってお前を責めに来たんじゃない俺はただ知りたかったあの時お前がいなくなった
It's the leaving without an explanation that's bad. And in my opinion, it's worse than the actual leaving.
遠い昔の話よ。もう忘れたわ。動かない時間はいらないわ。さよなら、ジェット。
I think she might have been right about the fact that she was just tired of waiting for him
Because
because
like he had a reputation, like he was
into
into his job.
Yeah. So
maybe
that
the
could explain it.
yeah, the constant waiting for him and maybe worrying too about if he was ever gonna come back and stuff because like he could have gotten killed. Maybe she just it got too much.
Don't know if I like the fact that by saying that she doesn't remember it means does it really matter after all this time to get an answer?
And it's not gonna change the past.
Yeah.
He needs help. Not from you.
I'm betting you that he's gonna be a good guy in a bad situation.
Well, he ended up in this fight like he's remembering what happened, right? I don't think he killed anyone intentionally. I don't think he's a bad person.
賞金稼ぎだってまさか
リンと俺を探りに来たんだ。くそ、賞金を
Yeah,
か
he's
けられて
freaking
る。
out.
あんたは悪くないわ。私があんな奴からお金を借りたから。
Don't yeah, there's always a sad story behind something.
Yeah, okay. He ended up involved.
俺は殺しちまったんだぜ
逃げましょう。
I don't know. I don't know if we can just let them leave. Spike asked the right question. How much money does it, you know?
俺って普段の行いがいいか
No.
I hope it's gonna do like the first episode, like that she's gonna just die at the end.
商売
I don't know.
It
is
looks like
business.
this, yeah.
It is business. And we have to stop them.
おいどうした
180万の首を折ってる。
今そっちに送るぜ
What are you gonna do, Jet?
やつが賞金首。
ああドネリーからの裏情報だ金貸しをやっちまったらしい
Yeah, I think he got in way over his head.
俺がやるお前は戻れ
I love the
つも
music.
りじゃないだろうな。
ここは俺が警官だった土地だぜ
食らいついたら離さないブラックドッグだ。
Yeah,
Don't feel bad. I think it's gonna end bad.
we'll see.
This is
Many
gonna end
times,
badly.
many times Spike has let people go. Well, go. He's done something that was not for the business. Let's say. I really love the music. No. Don't crash. And like I don't know what she's gonna do, but she feels guilty because she's the one that borrowed the money. He's really testing the waters.
俺が見逃してもいずれ誰か
And they might not be that
一
nice.
緒に逃げればお前も共犯になっちまうんだ。今ならまだ間に合う。
What is it about all these the members of this grouping daredevils? They don't fear death.
あの頃もそうだった何でもあなたが決めてあなたといる時私は何もしなくてよかった子供みたいに無邪気にあなたの腕につかまってればよかった、私は自分で生き方を決めたかったのたとえそれが間違ってたとしても
Like you were just gonna leave her here?
She's taking it way more than you are right now.
Well, he's not a victim, but like he was thrown into this situation. I think again, you know, without having the actual guts to do it. Like he was in over his head, like I said before.
Yeah.
正当防衛の選択は大そうだ。
Okay.
これからどうする
Oh, for her?
どこへも行かないわあの店でリントを待つつもり
長くはかからないさ。時間は流れてるんだからな。
This type of music reminds me of Chad and Leech. Letting go of that past.
Even this
Great.
music is more joyful.
Yeah, a little bit.
See you, Space Cowboy.
It's not as dramatic as like Spike's past and how that ended.
No, it wasn't in that bad of a crowd back then. But yeah, okay. At first, I thought that she decided to leave because
Yeah.
she decided to leave because she was
The
tired,
English today is
tired
really
of
hard.
waiting. But it seemed that Jet was just too overbearing.
I think
Like,
well,
it was
Jen,
too much in control of what's going
even
on.
now, like even like Spike, in my opinion, is kind of like the team leader, but Jet is the one that is in control of the ship, like the maintenance. He takes care of like which bounty they're
The
gonna go
bounties,
after.
yeah.
Like he's got a strong personality, a strong sense of leadership, and maybe that's because he used to be a cop, so like taking on responsibilities and taking care of everything and doing his job, and like he used to be the black dog.
And
Like,
when he doesn't let go.
exactly. So he would see everything through all the time. Like he would never leave anything. And maybe he was like this in his personal life as well. So maybe, yeah, that, like she said, I think she felt, you know, like he took away her independence. And in a way, like, I can understand, you know, her wanting to be her own person, her wanting to stand on her own 2 feet. And it's really sad that it ended like this for her, because there's nothing worse, in my opinion, when it comes to this, than, you know, making a move like that. Like, she left him in order to be like, oh, I can prove to you, I can take care of myself, and then you fail miserably. You know?
But at least she failed on her own terms.
I do think I mean, for his sake, and even her sake, she could have told him. But then maybe she was afraid that, once again, like, him being him, if she had brought up a problem, he would have taken care of the problem.
I'm gonna take care of it. Don't mind it.
He would have convinced her to stay and and, you know, and let him handle it. So maybe she thought that just leaving would be best. But then, like, for him, it turned into a you know, questions, and then the wait, like, he was obsessing over this watch, like, constantly waiting for, maybe she's gonna come back, like, maybe there's something in the future. Like, there was definitely a tie that he still had left to this place that he couldn't let go of, so I'm glad that he kind of got rid of the watch in the end. But yeah, for her, it's just, she wanted to be her own person, have her own independence, and it's a bit sad that, you know, she struggled that much, and she took down her boyfriend with her, because it's, I'm not saying it's her fault, but it kind of is, you know? She's the one that asked for money from this loan shark, and then
she asked for money, and he decided to, he protected her and killed him.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. He basically, it's a case of, you know, he's not that type of guy. Like, he would not end up in those situations, but because of his tie with her, he got, not forced, but he ended up in this
Situation.
in this tight spot, and unfortunately stuff happened.
True.
I mean, he's been arrested, and yeah, he's gonna do jail time, but then at the end of the day, there's gonna be an investigation, and maybe they can give him less time if they rule that as, you know, it was an accident or something. He did kill the guy.
They did say it was a self-defense.
I don't know, I think he might have meant her, because she did shoot at him.
She kind of missed a lot of times.
But that's the thing, like, that could be ruled as self-defense or something. So I don't know, I think he might have meant her, but, and for him, like, we saw bits of the fight. I don't know if anyone in that fight was, you know, is still alive or around and would, you know, talk for him and
Who
stuff.
knows?
But I can't speak today either. You know, English is really, really rough. But it was interesting to see, like, I mean, of course he was going to be a broken man, just like Spike, just like Faye, just like everyone. They all have issues, because that's the point.
Well,
they're all broken.
I wouldn't say he was a broken man, just a lost man, because he
well,
was...
it's broken. It's
Well,
broken.
Not as much as Spike.
But yes.
It's just he was obsessing about this question, why did she leave?
Well, it's the obsession in every aspect of his life, because the way we see it, Jet is, like I said, the black dog. He never lets, you know, a situation go if he can't see it through. And it's the same thing here. Like, she left without an explanation, so he could never see that through. So he, you know, he kept the watch, and he kept focusing on it, and, you know, he kept that tie, because it's one thing from this planet he never dealt with. Now it's been dealt with, so he throws away the watch. Maybe it's the first sign of him letting go of something, which is interesting, because it's anti-Jet from, you know, the time they remember.
Yeah.
But so I mean, it's a sign of moving on. It's a sign of healing, perhaps, and it's the whole point, I think, of this group of characters. Like, they're all broken. They're all dealing with stuff. And then together, through this, they have to make these difficult choices, these hard decisions, you know, whether or not to be the good guy, whether or not to, you know, screw people over for money and stuff. Like, they all have to make these decisions, and they're being confronted with, you know, not only people that are like them, or people that, you know, bring up bits and pieces of their personalities that they struggle with, and then they deal with those issues, and they're gonna heal slowly throughout the show. Eventually, they might be fine. Eventually.
I really love how they use the music to...
I love the music.
Represent Jet's state of mind.
I love the music in this episode overall.
The beginning was just so melancholy.
Yeah.
So sad. Like the regrets of an old young love or something.
Yeah, it felt like, oh, let's dance together one last time, sort of type of
and
music.
at the end, when everything was dealt with, he let go of the watch. It was okay.
Well,
It was fine.
If I tell
the
you,
music was just more joyful and more just like smooth and happy.
The music in the end, if I tell you, it reminds me of a certain music in Bleach. You know which one I'm talking about, right? The one that I associate with Chad.
Oh yeah.
You know that one?
Yeah.
They use that whenever, more normally at the end of the episode, whenever stuff has been taken care of, and it's a bit sad, but everyone is happy, or moving on, so it's bittersweet, but then it's over, It's the type of vibe I get from this music, But
Yeah.
I mean, we said it in the episode, music is so important in this show, just like it was with Samurai Champloo, so it makes sense that the vibe from the songs we get in each episode would reflect what's happening in the story. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, especially during the chase.
I'm so glad that this episode did not end up like the first one. Like
It
both of them
could've.
were still alive.
It could have, but
Could have ended so badly.
I got a bit afraid when she got the gun and stuff. I was like, what are you gonna do?
I'm glad that she can
You
shoot.
seem unsure, like, what's up?
I'm so glad that she cannot shoot.
I think she didn't want to hurt him. Because, like, that's the thing. They left. Like, she left. And I think he still cared about her. And she still cared about him. But there was a necessity for her to leave. That doesn't erase those emotions. Like, she allowed him to come into her establishment and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And even if he was hurt, I think he wanted to see if she was fine. Like, there's a part of him that still cares. Just like there's a part of her that still cares. So, yeah. It was nice. And it was nice to see a bit of his past. Because, like I said, like, I love Spike.
It's mostly Spike, yeah.
I love Spike.
I want to know
yeah.
more about our crew membership.
Well, that's
Jet,
the thing.
Faith.
Especially with Jet, he's been, like, hinting at stuff a lot whenever Spike goes through some shit. Like, he's like, oh, like, I lost my arm when I did some reckless shit. I'm like, I want to know that story, And, I mean, the show is not that long, so eventually we need to know more about the others in order to truly feel like
I'm
we're
really
part of the
interested
crew.
about knowing what happened with Faith.
Me too.
How did
Faith,
she
yeah.
Faye or Faith? Faith. How did she end up to being a crook?
What led her to this, but she'll probably have her own episode.
I really it's gonna be really glam and big, like a really big show, just like her personality. Like she's the main character of her own story,
Usually when you become that, it's because you've been through some shit. It's a mask, like it's a personality that you give yourself to protect yourself from being vulnerable. So I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
But it's not this episode.
Not this time.
Not this time.
Maybe soon though.
So thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next one right away, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
And if you don't, the next one will be on YouTube next week, guys. So stay tuned and we're gonna see you then.
Bye.
Bye, guys.